have like 10 steps how to get to the big dreams, how to achieve that big dreams, and how to get to the point where you think for years and years, where you did hard work for years and years. So therefore we come to that 10 steps. I'm going to talk about like the first step, which is like self-reflection. You know, first of all, if you want to know who you are, if you want to have like a specific purpose in your life, so for that reason you need to have self-reflection. You know, since your previous background, education, experience, the family you raised, and all that are the things which is considered important in recognizing yourself, and then you should brainstorm yourself that how to get to the point that where you are interested in something special, which is driving your purpose, which is waking you up earlier in the morning, which is something that is have like a clear and proper meaning. So therefore you would be able to have at least a clear path toward your goal. So the second thing which is very important and crucial here is set ambitious goals. You know, if you are dreaming big and you did that for years and years, and you want to get to the point where like a higher level people are there, they are not some people different totally than us. They're like the same thinker, they are the same, with the same body parts, with the same everything they have is same as we have. You know, they just have like different mindset, they have like a different view toward the world, you know. So therefore you should set like high goals. You know, you should set like big proposition, big goal in your life, big objective in your life. So that way, if somebody is asking you that, oh, you have like this big goal or extreme high desire, you can say them that it is achievable. Especially these times, you know, everything is possible. You have like so much resources in hand, there is everything available for you, and people are criticizing anyway. If you are like in the top level, if you're like in the middle level, if you're like in the lower level, in either level, they are criticizing us. You know, they don't leave us alone until we do not recognize ourselves, you know, until we do not recognize our strengths and weaknesses, you know. So therefore my advice to you is that you should put your goals as high as you can. You know, if you're a big dreamer, if you are a person who want to achieve the things that which you think for like years and years and years, and the thing that which you work hard for years and years, the thing that which you keep yourself like awake for nights and days, and you talk to people, you attend seminars, you attend conferences, you know, you talk with the business people and all the things. If you want to convert that to realistic things in your life, in that way you need to be someone to have like a big goals. You need to have like some higher objectives in your life, and you would be able to get to that ambitious goals you are looking for. But do not forget that this was the second step. If you want to achieve like what you're looking for in your life, I mean like the big dreams, we are moving toward the third step, which is visualize success. For instance, if somebody is like just dreaming big, you know, and that's like a wave coming in their mind or in their brain during the day or during like a month, or when they see some people happy, excited with the luxury cars, with the good housing or whatever resources they have their hand, if you remember just in that time and you go and you just forget about that, you know, that's not what is like visualization. Visualization of success is something that you have like, you're committed, you're like visualizing that every day, every single time when you meet new people, especially like in higher level than you, like they are the people, they are like in their prime times, you know, you're like just visualizing with yourself that, oh, this is something achievable, you know, this is something like, I mean, picture yourself, you know, that if you get to that point, if you achieve that goal, you know, how would you look like? You know, if you get to the point, you know, you would be able to have like a good life, satisfied life, you know, you would have like all the things that you were looking for. You know, you did something in your life, you know. Everybody's like looking for something special, you know, but they don't work for that, you know. They don't move, you know, they don't take steps toward that, you know. In order to achieve that, you need to take steps, you need to go forward, you need to visualize that successful moments in your life. You need to have like a big picture in your mind that if I have this thing in my life, how would I look like? If I get to that point, you know, what would be the benefits of this to me? If I have like that for instance, Ferrari or Lamborghini, is that satisfying my desire? Is that something, which is giving me at least satisfaction? If I have like resources in hands, if I get to that point, would that help me at least how my proper routine daily? Would that help me at least like hours and hours and like without any hesitation, without any tiredness? So that way you can visualize, that way you can boost your motivation and confidence. That's very important. If thinking negatively, some people are like just thinking different direction or different path. If people are like just when they're alone, they are like working or they're maybe doing some physical activities or mental activities, they get depressed or they get like stressed or they feel like down. So this is the good thing for them. You have something in your mind, you did work hard for years and years, you have enough experience, you have enough education, you have enough friends, you have like people in your community, you have everything. Why you should not think big? Why you should not visualize that motivation? That's something you should just bring on the spot to your brain, to your mind. Visualize that and draw that picture in your mind that there is possibilities. There is always place. There is always space for something else in your life. We are just going on a one-way direction, and when we get to the point that we feel like down, then we say that, oh, we are stuck. Don't just get stuck in that circle. Don't get stuck in that limitations. You have something more than that. You need to be enough confident, to do something more. Take a setback. Just take a deep breath and rethink for redoing something else. So that way you would be able to visualize that big picture and to draw that visualizations or that path that can drive you in your life. Another important thing, which is like the fourth step in dreaming big, is to educate yourself. In order to achieve big dreams, in order to achieve to the point that where you were looking for years and years, and you did work hard for that. You did educate, you did your bachelor's, you did your master's, you did your PhDs, you did like boot camps, courses, you did attend conferences or whatever other hard work you did in your life. So in order to achieve that, there is need for what? For education. You already did education. You already did the things which you were looking for in your previous life. But right now is the time. If you have like big dreams, you need to be specific. Bring something specific. Write a pen and or take a pen and a paper, just write what you are tired of, what you did in your previous life, for how many years you did that, for how long in that one-way direction you went. So therefore you would be able to specify your things, your alternatives, the things that you are more interested in. So in order to find that, you should just write that down and educate yourself about that. Maybe like 10 years ago you did something, and in that 10 years that was the thing which was like good in the market. That was like the passion that everybody were looking for that. But right now, it is technology time. Maybe there is like more room for technology boot camps, for educating yourself about technology. There was something more, there is room for AI tools. You should educate yourself. Maybe that will take like very short amount of time. You can do that like in 5, 6 or 10 months, something like that. So in that way you would be able to learn from others who have achieved great things in their lives. Also, another important thing, sometimes we just go on one way for years and years. For instance, we did education, we were graduated from high school 12 years or whatever, 3-4 years college, or so bachelor degrees or master's degrees took like 20 years totally. But still you didn't get to the point. Maybe that was something like forced by your family, friends, and that time you did that. But right now you have something special. You have something like coming to your mind, alerting you or giving you the sense that you need to do something more. You need to do something specific, and you didn't find that in your previous education. You should just come, write that down, learn from others which they achieve that things. Read books. That's very important if you want to get to the point where you're dreaming for, where your purpose is, where something which is driving you, that's waking you up earlier in the morning. For that you need to read the books, attend new seminars. Maybe you did that in the past, but you need to attend that again. There is something new, there is some technologies, things like that, which is totally different than previous times. Seek mentors. You have a lot of people right now in the society, in the community, in social media, in YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. There are several people that can play role as a mentor for you. You can take help from them. They are the people they can provide like a guidance, and they can like inspire you. They can tell you. I've met so many people. They told me that you need to do what you are dreaming for. You need to do what you are looking for. I did so many jobs. I did my bachelor's in business. My associate degree is also in business and accounting. I did my master's of business. I did work hard for years and years. I did jobs starts from operation officers, until like managers, until like program managers, and all that stuff for years and years. But still, I was looking for something else, And in that regard, maybe the people surrounding you, they don't know about the things. I work with people. They are earning like high salaries. They are happy with their life, and everything like that. But they don't know what I was looking for. They don't know what was my dreams. They don't know yet what is like their like the people they are surrounded by. They don't know yet. But you need to find a mentor. You need to find somebody who can specifically tell you that you can do this and you can do that toward your directions. For instance, you're interested in doing like Amazon business. You should just go Google it. You will find like thousands of people. Go do some research in YouTube. You will find people that they can help you with Amazon. You can read books about Amazons. So that way they will provide you like a specific guidance and inspiration which can lead you toward your success. Another important thing, like our big dreams in life, is break your steps down. If you want to achieve your goal, divide your big dreams into smaller, manageable steps. That is making you think that you are able to achieve that. So, whatever steps from the beginning to the end are required for that, you need to write that down. You need to study that. You need to sit down for that. You need to work for that. You need to read each and every material or research things regarding that in order to know what to do. Break your steps down. Divide your dreams in smaller and manageable steps. Make the journey less overwhelming and help you yourself to track your progress. Each and every time when you have something special to do, you should divide your steps into small or sub steps. So that way you would be able to find that critical and important points in that and research that and do and find connections with people. Do your surveys with the tools available in hand to find enough information and data regarding that. So in that regard, you would be able to achieve your big dreams. Another, which is the sixth step, that's the step which is very important, is you need to be positive. One of my great things, which I always heard from people with a positive mindset or the business people, they say that looking to every kind of hard and tough issues from positive perspective can lead you toward the solutions of that. If you look to any kind of toughest issue or problem occurred in your life from positive perspective, that is giving you a sense to make it like zoom out. When you make that zoom out, in that regard, you would be able to see it perfectly from each and every side. Therefore, my advice to you is that in order to achieve your big dreams, in order to go toward your goals and purpose of life, you should stay always positive. Maintain your positive attitude and surround yourself with the positive people. Surround yourself with the supportive people. Surround yourself with the people who fuels your mind, who fuels your brain. So for that, resilience is required. For that, perseverance and all that things are required to achieve that big dreams and goals in your life. Seventh step, which is very important, start working whenever you had time. Don't procrastinate. Don't delay your work for days and nights and months, so that overthinking is something which overwhelms your mind. That's like extra burden. It is just like distracting you from your daily life. It is distracting you from the enjoyment of your life. If you have something special in your mind, you did like all that 6 steps, the self-reflection you did, you select like ambitious goals, you did visualize, you create like great pictures of whatever dreams you had for years and years in your mind, to break it down into different steps. You stayed positive. You said that I can do it. I'm going to take like steps. I want to divide it into different steps. I want to look at each and every steps from positive perspective. I want to do research. I want to read books. I want to talk with people. I want to communicate with those experts and mentors or whatever resources are available in the market. I will do all my efforts in order to achieve that. For that, after all the steps, you need to take like your 7th step, which is action. Start working right now. Once you've done all the steps, just start working towards your dream right now. Procrastination, again, can be a dream killer. If you have something special, you did work, you talked to people, you did your research, you did your you took your steps, you did like all that things in your path. If you procrastinate, then that is killing your dreams. That's like something you just forget from your mind. That's something your mind is not having that power to keep that for years and years, to keep that for nights and days, for months. So in order to achieve that, you just need to start working on that right now. Even small steps, it doesn't matter if you're busy with your job, if you're busy with your work, or whatever things you have in your mind, it doesn't matter. Just take small steps. That small steps at least motivates you. That's like giving you a sense in the back of your head that you are able of doing something. If you wrote that down, that's my personal experience. I did work for years and years with the same company. I had my bachelor's in business. I said that I need to do something else. I thought that, what would be the things? I did think like for months. I was confused. If I was asking people, they didn't know what my purpose of life was. What was the thing deeply in my heart and in my mind to do again, to do like something different, to do something unique, to do something genuine. Nobody knows that. I was asking like my coworkers, I was asking friends, I was asking families. They were telling me that, go to do like your technology studies, do like whatever educations. There is market for accounting. There is something like blah blah blah. You should do that. I said that no, I need to find that by myself. I just sat down. I wrote all the things which were in my mind. Each and every single one of those I wrote down in the paper. I was working in that time as well. The first day I wrote that down. When I came back home, I thought that I have something important in my paper. I need to look at that at least. I did that the second day I did that again, and the third day I did that again. I just look at the things which I wrote down in my paper. That was a good motivation in my life. I say that no, I need to start something. I did my bachelor's in business. I have like work experience for years and years. I need to do my master's. I did start my research. Sometimes when you're alone, you can take your good decisions. It is good to ask people. I'm not advising you that do not ask people. Go and ask people. It is good to brainstorm people, each and every of your family members or co-workers or whatever people surrounding you. It is good to ask them. But sometimes decision is by yourself. You need to take your decisions. That is something that you should do that. Another person or other people cannot take the decisions for you. You are the only person that you need to take the decisions. I did wrote that down. I just take like steps. I first did my research. I complete my research. I said that, if I do something, is this worth investing money on myself? After this, I said that yes, it's worth money. It will raise your salary. It will open the ways how to get into the market to the new job stuff. It is something which is making you at least different. Then I start just working on that. I just talked to the advisor. I made contact with the university call center. They said that you should take these steps in order to. I just followed that steps. I just take actions. In that regard, after like 2 years, of course you will be having like challenges. Of course you will be having like problems. After 2 years of hard work for days and nights, finally I finished that. I thought that I'm responsible to do. Before that, I had so many excuses. I said that, maybe I will be doing this. If you want to do something specific toward your dreams, you need to take your actions. You need to be straightforward to complete that steps, to complete that things, to get to the point where you're looking for years and years. Adopt and overcome. Sometimes, people are like, when they see something new, they just like, they get scared. They just think that, this is hard for me. You didn't look at it. You didn't watch that clearly. You didn't get in. You didn't dive in deeply into that. Just first, you need to sit down at least for 10, 15, 20 minutes. That's not a long time. You have 24 hours a day. You have like 8 hours in your work, or maybe 10 hours in your work. You have like 14 hours extra time. You should spend like 4 hours with your kids. You have 10 hours, 8 hours for your sleep. You have 2 hours extra. At least if you sit down for 2 hours, if you just think deeply in that things, you would be able to find the way of adaptation, the way that how to get into it, the way how to overcome on that things you have. You have like, if you go to the companies, people right now in the big companies, if you go to Google, Facebook, Amazon, Tesla, or whatever big corporations in the world is, if you go to that companies, why their employees are the best, especially like medium level manager people, medium level management people are like always, there is always demand for them. Why they're like that? They're adaptable. The only thing they have in their mind, they have like in the back of their head that if I get into this organization, I would be the first to adopt the technology and things like that. Every day, every single day, they change their technology things in that corporations. But the people in that organizations, the human resources, or those who are adopting that situation on themselves, and that's why they were successful. They didn't sit for 1 month in home. They just get a job. Even if they have like if they have no jobs, they are able to do their own businesses. Therefore, my advice to you is that the 8th thing we need to implement in our big dreams is to adopt and overcome. There are always challenges. There are always challenges. You know, if you have faced challenges, if you face like hurdles in your life, you need to take like a deep breath. You know, just sit back. It doesn't matter. You know, there's if you go like see the Hollywood stars, you know, they are of course hard workers. You know, they did hard work in their lives, so that way they get to the point. But I watch their interviews. You know, there are always have setbacks. You know, they failed. Even they had like so much failures in their life. Therefore, my advice to you is that if you have hurdles, if you have like challenges, if you have problems, just sit back, take a deep breath, and redo what you were doing before. Number 9 is committed. You need to stay committed. You need to stay dedicated. You need to stay honest toward your dreams. You need to stay committed every single day. If you ask successful people, if you ask like business people, they are with the mindset, with that big mindset, they are committed. They do not give up that soon. You know, they have the ability to redo something tomorrow, to redo something the day after tomorrow, to do it again and again and again. Therefore, my advice to you is that if you want to get to the point where you were looking for years and years, you need to stay committed. You need to work hard. You need to wake up earlier in the morning. If you did that like for one day, just do it. I'm not telling you, I'm not advising you that it would be possible just like in one day. At least if you have big dreams, you need to do that again and again. If you did wake up like for 3 days in this week, you should wake up like 4 days in next week. If you did like that one time in this week, you should do it like 2 times in another week. If you did that like 3 times in this week, you should do it like 5 times in another week. Therefore, you would be able to stay committed. You will have like in your mind, you will have like that repetition, the things in your mind, in your brain that you are capable to do it again and again. Staying committed, dedicated, honest toward your goals, toward your dreams, even if that's a little steps each and every day, you know, you would be able to achieve that in further and in your ahead life. The last and 10th thing, which is very important for having a big dreams in your life, is celebrate your progress. For me personally, my advice to you is that, of course, there are always judges in the market. You know, there are people that they are judging you. You know, there are people they are like talking about you. There are people, you know, they are always telling something maybe positive or negative. We are welcome to the positive things, but we need to we need to avoid, or we need to ignore that negative thoughts, you know, about us. I had, you know, my personal experience is that if I have a little bit of achievements in my life, you know, I'm celebrating that. Even if I have like a weak goal, you know, I'm celebrating that. You know, I have a big dreams for that. You know, I'm somebody, you know, in the back of my head, it is telling me, it is motivating me that if I do complete these things, you know, it is giving me a sense of redoing it again in the next week. You know, if I did that like in this month, it is giving me a chance, or maybe like a motivation, or maybe something, whatever you can call, in the back of my head, that I can do it maybe like 5 or 6 months later again. You know, I get my associate degree, I celebrate with people. You know, I did invite like so many friends, families, and everybody. I did celebrate my associate degree. I did my bachelor's degree, I celebrate. I had like a huge celebration. I had no money, I take like some money from friends. I had some little savings and things like that. I celebrate that. You know, I said that this is something, you know, making memories in my life. You know, I need to celebrate this. And that was the thing, you know, for years and years. I did work hard, like in different organizations for years and years. That celebration with my bachelor's, you know, it was something, it was 10 years later, maybe like 8 years later, it was still in my brain, you know, that enjoyment I had after my celebration of my bachelor's, you know, that proud moments I had, that I did something hard in my life, which right now I'm celebrating. You know, that enjoyment, that being proud, or that proudness on myself, you know, that motivates me. For years and years I was doing hard work physically in the office, but still there was something that I need to do my master's. I need to do my master's of business administration. MBA is not an easy job, you know, especially if you have like so many challenges in your life. If you did work, you know, for years and years with different organizations, you know, with the companies, which is like totally bringing different changes in your mind, but still I had that in my brain that no, I need to do my master's of business administration one day. And that celebration motivates me toward my dream, toward my goal, and I did that. Still, this is my attitude in my life. Even if it is costing money, you know, if I have money, I don't think that it should be wasted. You know, I don't think that money is like you waste on your celebration is something, you know, that's on the top of your education. That's another investment for you. You know, that's something make memories in your life for years and years. That's something make memories for your children in the next maybe like 10 or 20 or whatever, 30, 40 years. You know, therefore my advice to you is that if you want to achieve your big dreams, if you are a person that taking practical actions, practical steps in your life. You need to celebrate each and every single of your little achievement in your life or bigger achievement in your life, so that way you would be able to get to the point where you're looking for. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you like, please do not hesitate to subscribe and share it with your friends.